Namaste, friends. Welcome to this deep stretch yoga class. We are going to work through the full of the body, so we're going to stretch into all the nooks and crannies. You won't need any props for this class, but if you like to have props, keep them nearby, of course. This is your practice. Now, this is an all levels class, so everyone is welcome here, but I will also provide intermediate and advanced options so that you can add on and get that really juicy stretch if you desire. And if you're a beginner or newer to yoga, try it, flirt with it. You might surprise yourself. And hi, I'm Kate. I'm so excited to practice with you. If you are a reoccurring student and you've practiced with me before, then say hi in the comments, say hi in the chat. And if you are new, I hope you love this class and I hope you stick around. Before we start, quick note, I always like to practice with plants around me. I have plants all over my house. New character has entered the chat right here. Beautiful. This is a creeping Jenny. Super viney, grows very quick, very dramatic. When she's thirsty, she wilts, and then you give her some water and she's just happy all over again. Second thing is, I believe this is a corn plant, and she is in bloom right now, which is rare. And it's also the dead of winter, so I'm like rooting for her and playing healing frequencies for her. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, before we move into any asana or movement for today, I want to set the focus for this practice on calm, full breaths. Your breath is going to be the thing that unlocks a sense of calmness, a sense of ease, a calming of the nervous system in any of these postures. So anytime your breath gets short or shallow or constrained, back off a little bit, and I promise it will allow you to go deeper into the pose once your body is calm and feel safe in it. So let's go ahead and start off in puppy pose. Come to a 90 degree with the knees, walk the hands forward. And we'll start off with some dynamic movement here. So instead of a static hold, we'll take mini cat-cows here. You won't have as much range of motion as you do in tabletop, but that's all groovy. We'll breathe with it. So on your inhale, look up towards your fingertips. Arch the back. And exhale, chin to chest around through each vertebrae. Big full breaths as you inhale, look up. And exhale, chin to chest around. With your breath now, see how slow you can make it. How in sync with your breath can you be? Taking note of how your spine feels, how your shoulders feel. Seeing if you can soften the face, soften through the shoulders. One more full round here of inhales and exhales. Let them all settle in. Nice through face. Just arriving on our mat, opening through the front chain of the body, the upper body. Breathe. Keep the eyebrows down the forehead. Nice. Walk the hands back, walk the knees in, tuck the toes, find your downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Make this comfortable for you today. Press through all the pads of the fingers, so the little pad, the mid pad, the full of the palm. Get long in the armpits, get long behind the knees. Nice. Now breathe up the right leg. And squeeze at the top. Point or floint the foot, so activity coming through the right foot. And slowly, with control, step it forward between the hands, finding your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Back knee meets the floor. Hands can come to the top of the thigh, or inhale them up, look up towards the hands. Let the hips be heavy and both hip bones pointing forward. If your hands are up or on your thigh, find a little back bend. Remember to lift up out of your hip bones so your rib cage is long, your spine is long. Swim the hands down, straighten through the front leg, half splits. Inhale to a really long spine, and exhale, fold forward. Add on to this stretch by flexing your right foot back towards your face, or press into the heel of your right foot. Navel in towards the spine, reach the skull towards the front of the room. Big breath in. Big breath out. Once more, big breath in. Big breath out. Now, staying in this pose, drop your hips down to your left heel. So you're coming back down onto your mat, and I'm going to scoot forward because we're moving into half saddle. So coming into a quad stretch on the left leg, start to walk your hands back. Maybe you come to forearms. Maybe you come all the way down. Wherever you are, press through that left knee and press it down into the ground, stretching open the left side of the hip, the left quad. Easy face, full breaths. After a few breaths here, see if you can posterior tilt your hip. So you scoop your tailbone under and intensify the stretch a little bit more. Nice, easy face, full breaths. Get curious about these poses. How does your body feel in them? What comes up for you, if anything? We're not doing these postures from a place of ego. Instead, a place of curiosity, place of kindness, non-judgmental. Just learning about ourselves and what we need. 2 more breaths. Beautiful, super slow, like moving through honey. Start to come back up. If you are all the way down, take a pause on your forearms. And then re-find your half splits. Tuck the back toe, straighten the back leg, and bring the back heel down to a 45-degree angle. You'll have to shorten your stance most likely. Inhale to a long spine, and exhale, fold over your right leg. Pyramid pose. Beautiful stretch in the back right hamstring. Come to the tiptoes of the back foot. Feel the sensation. Lower. Pop the toes of the right foot. Feel the sensation. Lower. Walk the hands back behind you so they're more towards the left foot. Relax the neck. Breathe. Beautiful. Start to widen your stance a little bit. Put the back foot at a 90-degree angle and open up into triangle pose. Right hand reaching down, left hand reaching up. Trikonasana. Intensify by bringing your left hand towards the front of the room. Your left hand can wrap around your back for a half bind. And if you want to go for a full bind, go ahead and bend into your extended side angle. Hook your right arm under and then extend again, looking towards the ground for stability, or shifting your gaze up towards the sky, opening through the chest. Nice full breaths. If you are bound, unbind. Rebend in your front leg. Heel toe the right foot off to the side of the mat. Find your lizard pose. Heavy hips. Proud chest. Untuck the back toe, come to your knee. First option here is to press the right knee away, open through the side of the hip. You can come down to your forearms here. Find big, nourishing breaths. Come back to your intention of the class, which perhaps was to find more space in your body, create more flexibility, and notice if your practice is serving that. Is the intention of your class having the impact on your body and your mind? And if it's too intense and taking you away from that space, then adjust. Come back onto the hands, flat foot with the right foot. Adding on here, inhale, windmill the right arm back, kick the left foot up. Grab onto the foot or ankle, pull it in. Keep the hips heavy. One more breath here. Slowly release without slingshotting it. Plant the right hand, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take the feet as wide as the mat. We'll twist out our dog. So place the left hand in the middle of the mat. Right hand reaches back to the left ankle. Twist open, look up under your left armpit. And replace the left hand with the right hand. Reach back for a twist. Beautiful. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Squeeze the glutes. Hold it at the top. Point or flight the foot. Then exhale, step in between your hands. Back knee touches down. Back foot can be tucked or untucked. Yogi's choice. Hands on the top of your left thigh or breathe them up into the air. Active arms. Let the hips be heavy here. Both hip points pointing forward. Nice soft face. And start to turn this into a little back bend, looking up, stretching through the front chain of the body. Being strong in the back, even strong in the core, so we're not just hinging at the low spine. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the hands down to the mat, straighten through the front leg, shift into your half splits. Inhale to a really long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Flex the foot back towards your face, press the left heel into the ground. Where can you soften? Where can you find a nourishing breath? Can you breathe into intensity? These are not passive stretches. We are moving and creating lovingly new space in our body. And then slowly drop your hips down to beside your right foot. I'm going to move it all forward on my mat because I'm a long human. And we'll find our half saddle pose. So walking your hands back, maybe coming to forearms. And maybe dropping all the way down. Big breath in. Long breath out. Feeling the sensation in the right quad, the right hip. Soften the face. And posterior pelvic tilt. So tuck your tailbone slightly. See how that intensifies the stretch. Two more breaths. Beautiful. Slower than you think. Start to come up. If you were all the way back, take one breath on your forearms. Then come into your low lunge. And we're actually going to add on here before we find our pyramid. So waggle your hips over to the left side and find your side lunge, Skandasana. Beautiful. Find some buoyancy here. We're getting through the right groin. We're getting into left ankle mobility. Hands on the mat to bring it on over to the right side. Try to keep a really long spine to the left side. Using the core, pulling it in towards the spine. Pelvic floor is on, everything is lifting up. Maybe no hands now and you stay very low. Shift over to the right. To the left. One more time to the right. Plant the right hand on the mat. Inhale the left arm up to add on. Twist. Look up under your left arm. And lower, come out of your twist. Pivot on over to the left side. Last twist over here. Left hand plants. Right arm breathes up. Look up under your right arm. Chest spirals open. Easy breaths here, nice and big still. Beautiful. Pivot towards the front of your mat. Both hands touch down as you straighten both legs. Shorten the stance and back foot at a 45-degree angle for your pyramid pose. Inhale to a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Pop the back heel. Feel the sensation. Lower the back heel, pop the front toes. Reach the skull forward towards the mat. Drop the front toes, walk the hands backwards towards your right foot. Reaching back. Beautiful. Start to release. Bring the back foot to a 90-degree angle. I usually widen my stance at this time. Left hand reaches down, right hand reaches up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach your your right arm towards the front of your space. Look up under the right arm perhaps. Inner thighs working like scissors, trying to close each other. That's the stability. Hips fully open towards the right side of your space. Option for a half bind here. Right arm reaching behind your back. If you're half bound, maybe you try to come into a full bind, first coming into an extended side angle legs, and then straightening back into triangle pose. Looking down for balance. Then testing balance by looking up towards the sky. Three big breaths here. For 3. For 2. For 1. Beautiful. Shift your gaze towards the floor. If you are bound, start to unbind. Both hands plant. Heel toe the left foot towards the left side of the mat, finding your lizard pose. Left knee lifted, back toes tucked. Letting the hips be heavy, the chest is proud. Then drop the back knee, untuck the back toe. An option to come onto the pinky side of the left foot and open up through the hip, pressing the left leg away perhaps, or just letting it open naturally. Beautiful. Finding your left foot flat on the floor again. Come up to your hands if you are not already. Inhale your left arm up and back like a windmill as your right foot kicks up. Grab a hold onto it. Let your hips be heavy and pull your right foot in. Another quad stretch while also stretching through the left hip. Nice. Bring it in a little bit closer for our final breath. Then without slingshotting, release. Plant both hands and step into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale the right leg up. Squeeze your glutes at the top, lift it a little bit higher. And then set up for pigeon on the right. Stay upright. So let the hips work into a comfortable position. Our back is working here. Our left hip is opening up. Option to stay here and reach the arms back, look up, take the back bend. Or adding on, you can kick back up the right, that's the left leg. Sometimes when you're twisted, right and left are hard. You can kick up the left leg, catch it with your hand, or bring it into your elbow. You can work here, or find your mermaid pose. As we move into different variations, whatever variation you're choosing, even if you're just sitting upright, I offer for you to explore the idea that yoga is not always supposed to be comfortable. It can challenge us, even confront us, and that's a good thing. We grow most when we have these chapters of love or of sorrow. So allow any challenges that you move through to show you a new view of yourself. Release your mermaid if you have it. And here's another variation. You can move right into humble pigeon and relax and let go of this left foot, or reach your right foot or your right hand around, grab your left foot, and then find humble pigeon. Getting into the quad while also stretching the right glute. Relaxing the face. One more breath here. And then release the back leg. Find your humble pigeon and rest for a moment. Really well done. Start to come up very slowly. Press into your hands. Find your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale the left leg up. Squeeze it at the top. Lift it a little bit higher. And then set up for pigeon on the left. Stay upright. Find your level here so you can just press into the mat in front of you, or walk the hands back, taking a back bend, looking up. Option to add on by kicking up your right foot, catching it with your right hand. Maybe it slides into the crease of your right elbow, gives you a little bit more leverage to pull it towards the body. If you're here, maybe you breathe the left arm up, finding your balance nice and slow, linking hands into mermaid pose. Being open with the chest, soft with the face, meeting yourself right where you are, calmly with compassion and big, nourishing breaths. Beautiful. Start to unwind your mermaid if you have it. An option to come right down into humble pigeon, or swim your left hand back in space to grab your right foot, and humble pigeon, pulling your leg towards your body. Release your right foot without slingshotting it. Take a rest in pigeon, humble pigeon. Slowly start to come up, press into the hands. Lift the hips into downward facing dog. Last dog of the class. So inhale, both heels up high. Press through the chest more towards your knees. And then exhale your heels towards the ground. And wherever you are, if your heels are not on the ground, take a step so that they can be on the ground. Feel the solidity. Feel the safety, the security that you feel with the full of the foot planted. Beautiful. Take it onto your knees. Shoulders right over hips. Feet tucked or untucked. And we'll move into camel, but first we'll mentally prepare. Lift your rib cage up out of your hips, so long in the spine. Energy coming through the top of the head. Mentally preparing for the back bend. Then inhale, look up towards the sky. Start rolling your spine back, starting with the top of your spine, the thoracic spine. Hips go forward as you create an arch. Full breaths here. Then slowly come back up. Sit your booty on your heels or in between your legs. Let everything settle. Take a moment. Beautiful. Two options for our last pose. You can move into frog, or I'm going to take straddle. This is going to target our groins, our inner thigh. So if you're going into straddle land with me, then let's go. Take the legs out wide. Walk it out first. Lifting one hip then the other. Even a few moments of this can help us move deeper in this pose. A wave of calmness washes over your face, over your body. It washes over your heart. And then start to walk the hands forward. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more time, big breath in. Long breath out. A few more breaths here, nice and soft and easy. And slowly, slowly, slowly start to bring your body upright. If you're in straddle, manually bend your knees. Everyone, find flat feet on the mat, bent knees. Lower all the way down. Take your feet as wide as the mat and bring the knees together. Releasing any intense stretch on the groin, relaxing the lower back, and walk your shoulders up to lengthen through the spine. Maybe you even waggle your neck a little taller. Take your arms in whatever position you need, so maybe palms up towards the sky, maybe one hand on the navel, the other on the heart. Let the shoulders relax onto the mat. Soften the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. Soften the muscles around the eyes, the cheekbone, the jaw. Relax the throat. Let the shoulders be heavy. Let the arms be relaxed and heavy. Let your heart center relax and be held by the mat. Let your stomach unclench. Your hips fully relaxed. Your hamstrings and quads turned off. Your calves soft and relaxed. Your feet, ankles, toes, relaxed. Integrating your practice into your body. Start to deepen your breath. Start to roll out your hands, your feet, your fingers, your toes. Keep the eyes softly closed down. And take the next 5 long breaths to find a gentle seat on your mat. No rush. And as you find your seat, long in the spine, long neck, shoulders away from the ears, you can gently, slowly flutter your eyes open, acknowledging your space and your body and your energy with gratitude for taking the time to practice, to fill your cup, to give yourself and your body and your mind some love. I hope you loved today's practice. Drop a comment if you had a favorite pose that you want to hop into again. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this class. That always helps support the channel and the community. And I hope you have the loveliest day. I will see you on the mat soon.